Hey guys, Madison here, and welcome back for another Film Friday. Today I am watching Stand By Me from 1986, another adaptation of a Stephen King novel. I've been doing a lot of those lately. I know nothing about this movie other than that, and that I believe it's more of a coming of age story than a scary movie. I've had my fill of those throughout the month of October, and now I am moving back into other genres for the month of November. So hopefully if there are any Stephen King-ish scares in this movie, they will be very minimal. And without further ado, guys, let's get started because, like I said, I know nothing about this movie. I don't know the cast or anything, really, so I'm just excited to find out why so many people have been recommending this movie to me. I'm excited to watch it, so let's do this.
I was 12 going on 13 the first time I saw a dead human being. I was living in a small town in Oregon called Castle Rock.
Nice treehouse.
Teddy Duchamp was the craziest guy we hung around with. His dad was given to fits of rage. One time he held Teddy's ear to a stove and almost burned it off. Chris Chambers was the leader of our gang and my best friend. He came from a bad family and everyone just knew he'd turn out bad.
That was the guy in the newspaper headline, right?
Oh man, you guys are not gonna believe this. I ran all the way home. Come on, you guys listen to me. This is the bus. Come on. Sorry. Can you guys camp out tonight? I mean, if you told your folks we're gonna tent out in my back field.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys wanna go see a dead body?
We all understood what Vern meant right away. A week later, his mom cleaned out his room and threw away the map. He didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
The kid's dead, so it ain't nothing to him neither. And who gives a shit if they ever find him? I don't.
We had all followed the Ray Brower story very closely because he was a kid our age. 3 days before, he had gone out to pick blueberries, and nobody'd seen him since.
It's best we just keep our mouths shut, and then they can't touch us.
Could have told the cops who was in his car.
Well, he wasn't.
We're gonna tell him?
We're not gonna tell nobody.
They would have known you were under there. They would have killed you. I bet you anything that if we find him, we'll get our pictures in the paper.
Yeah, we can even be on TV.
Sure.
We'll be heroes.
Yeah.
You tell your folks you're sleeping over at Teddy's. Then we say we're going over to the drag races the next day.
Well, my dad'll hide me anyway, but hell, it's worth the hiding.
Shit, yeah.
I wanted to share my friend's enthusiasm, but I couldn't. That summer at home, I had become the invisible boy. In April, my older brother Dennis had been killed in a Jeep accident. 4 months had passed, but my parents still hadn't been able to put the pieces back together again.
This, my friend, is for you.
Hey, this is your Yankee cap.
No, this is your Yankee cap. It's a good luck cap. You wear that cap, you know how many fish we're gonna catch?
Why can't you have friends like Denny's?
Chris isn't a thief.
He stole the milk money at school. He's a thief in my book.
It was almost noon as we set out to find the body of a dead kid named Ray Brower.
Come on, man, what is it? Come on, what is it?
You want to be the Lone Ranger of the Cisco Kid. It's 45.
45.
Is it loaded?
Hell no. What do you think I am?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody heard that.
Hey, who did that? Who's letting cherry bombs off out here?
I didn't know it was loaded. Honest.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear comes after that.
Hey, girls, where you going?
Hey, come on, man. My brother gave me that. You relax. You know that? Oh, shit.
Take it back.
Oh.
What kind of brother is that, letting another guy mess with his little brother?
I brought a comb.
What do we need a comb for?
Well, if we get on TV, we want to look good, don't we?
It's a lot of thinking, Vern.
Thanks.
If we follow the tracks all the way into Harlow, it'd be about 20 miles.
Did your mother ever have any kids that lived?
What do you mean?
His fast gun for hire, he's the calling wind. A soldier of fortune, he's a man called Paladin.
Did anybody bring anything?
Nobody brought food?
This is great. What are we supposed to do? Eat our feet?
That should be first on the list.
Let's see how much money we got.
Well, 237's not bad.
Train coming. Get the hell off the tracks, Teddy. You want to get yourself killed?
Got ourselves a daredevil here.
I'm just trying to save your life, man. You want to kill
charge it on the way back, man. Peace.
About this time, Charlie and Billy were playing mailbox baseball with Ace and Eyeball.
Whenever I hear this song, I just think of Top Gun.
No trespassing was enforced by Milo Pressman, the junkman, and his dog Chopper, the most feared and least seen dog in Castle Rock.
Teddy's crazy.
Hey, you guys been watching the Mickey Mouse Club lately?
Yeah.
I think Annette's tits are getting bigger.
Everything was there and around us. We knew exactly who we were and exactly where we were going. Finding new and preferably disgusting ways to degrade a friend's mother was always held in high regard.
Oh my gosh. Preteen boys, what are you gonna do?
Ain't you done any chances, brother?
Yes, sir.
Shame what happened to him. I remember the year it was all conference. Boy, could he throw.
I think she's a lovely girl.
Dad, can you please have the potatoes?
Dorothy, don't talk to the boy about girls.
Dorothy, I don't know how I really liked it. Thought it was great.
Yeah, well, your brother, Denny Shaw, could play football.
They're gonna jump out and scare him. Hope that dog didn't come out. Uh-oh.
Hey! Hey, you kid! What are you doing there? Come over here!
Run, Gordy! Run, Gordy!
Now he said Sickum Boy, but what I heard was Chopper Sick Balls.
You better climb, boy. Oh, he barely made it. Oh.
Fight shit!
Don't you call me that, you little tin weasel peckerwood loony son.
You call my dad a loony again, and I'll kill you.
Loony, loony, loony.
Ah! I'm gonna rip your head off!
I know your name. You're the chance. I know all you guys. And all your fathers are gonna get a call from me.
Ugh, calling his dad those names. That guy's a jerk.
I wondered how Teddy could care so much for his dad who practically killed him.
Have gun will travel, reads the card of a man.
It was only 2:45, but it felt much later. It was too hot and too much had happened. We weren't even close to the Royal River yet.
Ah, my gosh. Talk about getting tetanus.
We interrupt to bring you an update on the search for the missing 12-year-old Ray Brower. The police have expanded their efforts to include Mutton, Durham, and the outlying areas.
10 years from now, some hunter's gonna go in the woods to take a leak, wind up pissing on his bones.
Hope they don't end up looking for the body. And then they run into these kids.
You think Mighty Mouse could beat up Superman? What are you, cracked? Why not? I saw the other day he was carrying 5 elephants in one hand.
Boy, you don't know nothing.
The difference in these two conversations.
All those stories that you can make up. But he said, this is what we got for you, kid. Try not to lose it. The kids lose everything unless there's someone there to look out for them.
You know, for coming from a bad family, Chris is a good kid. And thinking about it too, he ends up doing something with his life, becoming an attorney, doing something for good.
We go across here, we can get to the same place in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but if a train comes, there's nowhere to go.
You guys can go around if you want to. I'm crossing here.
And don't look down. Although maybe you should to make sure you don't step on a gap. You're gonna get halfway across and then it's gonna be like... Well, Vern's never gonna get across at this rate. What was that?
I lost the comb. Forget it, Vern.
Here we go. You gotta go over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Vern almost got him killed.
I wasn't that scared. Come on. No, really, I wasn't. Sincerely.
It's gonna taste horrible. It's gonna be charred.
Boom, baba, boom, baba, boom.
Drum roll.
Hey, lard ass. Chow down, wide load.
go!
What's his great revenge? Winning the contest?
Start!
What do you win if you win? How much money do you get?
What the audience didn't know was that Lardass wasn't really interested in winning. What he wanted was revenge.
Raw egg. No. No. Oh no. Is he gonna puke all over that guy? Oh no.
A sound started to build in Lardass' stomach.
Oh no. Oh, it's gonna be so gross.
He
Oh.
was covered 5 pies.
Oh my gosh.
Boss man Bob Cormier took one look at Bill Travis and barked on Principal Wiggins.
It's too gross.
Auxiliary
It's
bark
too gross.
all over the benevolent.
Oh Lord.
And Lardass just sat back and enjoyed what he created.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's coyotes. Sounds like a woman screaming.
Sounds more like
It's not coyotes.
wolves.
It's ghost.
Welcome. Bald-headed Christ.
Actually, that might be coyotes.
Maybe we should stand guard. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cut it out, okay?
He's scaring me to death with that thing.
Should have been you, Gordon.
Are you okay? And I could go someplace where nobody knows me.
That's the trouble with a small town. You get a reputation and it's hard to shake it.
The reality of Ray Brower was growing and kept us moving despite the heat.
Gentlemen, the Royal.
You don't know what's in those woods.
Could be lots of snakes in that grass.
Hey, Eyeball, you know that Brower kid? What about him?
Well, I could tell you something about him, but you gotta swear on your mother's good name you ain't gonna tell nobody.
By noon, Ace and Eyeball had told their secret to everybody in the gang.
Yeah, come on, man. We're gonna be famous. We're gonna be on every radio and TV show in the country.
I was afraid this was gonna happen. Ugh. Should have stayed on the tracks. No.
How are we supposed to get across this?
We'll use you as a raft.
Very funny.
Don't do that.
Come on, Teddy, act your age.
Y'all need to get out of that water. Water moccasins, alligators, I don't know. Anything could be in there.
There is something on your neck.
It's a leech.
Leeches! Oh my!
Oh no. Oh, those give me the heebie-jeebies.
Gordy, are you okay?
Gordy!
Too refreshing. You like it? You like it? Too refreshing. You like it?
At the time, I didn't know why I needed to see that body so badly. Even if no one had followed me, I would have gone on alone.
Go for it, Vince. Go for it.
Oh, yeah?
My gosh.
Teddy, you in for and watch the left side of the tracks. We'll take the right.
All right.
There he is. I see him. Look. Look over there. I see him.
None of us could breathe. Somewhere under those bushes was the rest of Ray Brower. The train had knocked Ray Brower out of his keds, just like it had knocked the life out of his body. The kid wasn't sick. The kid wasn't sleeping. The kid was dead.
Let's look for some long branches. We'll build him a stretcher.
Why did you have to die?
What's the matter with Gordy?
Nothing. Why don't you guys just go over there and look for some branches, okay?
It should have been me. Don't say that, man. He hates me. No, he just doesn't know you. He hates me. My dad hates me. Guess I'd have to be pretty hard up. Huh. Yeah.
Wasn't planning on taking the body from us, was you, boys?
We earned him, man. You guys came in a car. That's not fair. He's ours.
That's not fair. He's ours.
No, I swear, it wasn't me.
You little keyhole peeping bum wife. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you.
Besides, me and Billy found him first.
Yeah, Vern told us how you found him.
Oh, Billy, I wish we never boosted that car. Why don't you go home and mother some more? They're not taking him.
Man, this is crazy.
They're not taking him.
He's got a knife, man.
No problem.
I was just wondering where that was.
They're not taking him. Nobody's taking him.
You ain't got the sack to shoot a woodchuck. What are you gonna do, shoot us all?
Always. Just you.
We're gonna get you for this. We're not gonna forget this if that's what you're thinking.
Whoever told you had a fat one chance?
They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Just the one in 4 counties.
We're gonna take him.
No.
Ray Brower's body was found, but neither our gang nor their gang got the credit. In the end, we decided that an anonymous phone call was the best thing to do. We walked through the night and made it back to Castle Rock a little past 5 o'clock on Sunday morning, the day before Labor Day. But somehow the town seemed different, smaller. As time went on, we saw less and less of Teddy and Vern, until eventually they became just 2 more faces in the halls. Teddy tried several times to get into the Army, but his eyes and his ear kept him out. Last I'd heard, he'd spent some time in jail. Chris did get out. He enrolled in the college courses with me, and although it was hard, he gutted it out like he always did. Chris, who had always made the best peace, tried to break it up. He was stabbed in the throat. He died almost instantly.
Dad, can we go now?
You ready?
Yeah, we've been ready for an hour.
Oh my gosh, Richard Dreyfuss as the writer, the adult. That was really cool. Ending with a question. The question of, does anyone have friends like when they were 12? I mean, it really speaks to a truth that when you get into the adult phase of life, it is harder to like keep and maintain those friendships because there's work, there's family, there's all this stuff going on, and unless your friends are at work, sometimes it can be hard and people grow apart. Oh my gosh, that was Kiefer Sutherland as Ace. Did not realize, I kept thinking that guy looks so familiar and I never made the connection. Oh my gosh. But like I was saying, it is really, you know, when you're in high school or you're in elementary school, you really get these close friendships with people, and you're around each other like all day, every day, and you're playing sports together, you're doing whatever. And it's just a special time in life, and at that time in life, you think that that's the whole world. Like he said, you know, this town is only like 1,200 people, but to me, it was the whole world. That's kind of the perspective you have when you're a kid, like this school is the whole world, or this neighborhood is the whole world. And then when you go off to college, suddenly the world is so much bigger. Although a lot of times it kind of, you're moving into the next phase of like, this college is the whole world, you know, those friend groups and those circles that you run in there. And then when you finally get out of college and you're in the real world, then the world is opened up to you and you realize all that stuff that you thought was everything and that stuff that you thought was the whole world was actually just the beginning. It was just a chapter in your life. That quote really hit me hard at the end of like, friends come and go in your life, and sometimes they're, you know, maybe sometimes they're meant to be in chapter 2 and 3, but then they're not in the whole rest of the book of your life. People come and go, and some are there for 1 chapter, a page, and some people are there for the whole story of your life. And sometimes I think people try to hold on to people who maybe don't value their friendship the same way, and they move on with their lives, and it kind of hurts you for a while, but then you realize, hey, they were just meant to be in this chapter of my life, not the whole thing. I don't know, that was just a really beautiful story about friendship and self-discovery and adventure. River Phoenix did a fantastic job as Chris Chambers. He gave such an honest and wonderful performance. They all did, but he especially stuck out to me. Oh man, that was just really fun and surprisingly moving, like just seeing these four young boys with difficult home lives, most of them, and they were struggling with different things, and I really felt for Gordy because you know he loved his brother. He loved his brother so much, and his brother loved him and actually treated him really well, but his brother was obviously the favorite. And I mean, that scene just was a gut punch when they were sitting at the dinner table, and you know, he was trying to tell them what he was working on, and none of them cared except for his brother. You know, his dad was just all into his brother being the quarterback and scouts coming to watch him play, and his mother's trying to get him a girlfriend, you know, and they weren't even paying attention to him. It was like he was invisible, and that was just so hard to see, you know. And you know, of course he loved his brother, but there had to be some jealousy there of like, my brother's getting all the attention. They think he's the greatest, and they didn't really care about what he was doing, you know. It's much more cool to be the football player, you know, to get the sports scholarship than it is to be the writer, especially for a young boy. They didn't respect his passion, and he, you know, thought, you know, I'm weird, I'm a geek and all that, and it's a waste of time, because especially back then that used to be more of the stereotype of like, oh, you're gonna waste your time being a writer kind of thing. Yeah, but I'm glad to see that the character pursued his dream and did become a writer. And that was really cool that he was like finally sitting down and writing that story about those younger years and his friends after, you know, that happened to Chris Chambers. That was his way of kind of like putting it to rest. And that's really sad that that happened to Chris Chambers. Ugh, so sad. But again, like, you know, he defied the reputation that his family had kind of put on him and became a lawyer. That's really cool. Man, another great film by Rob Reiner. I think this is the third one I've done of his now. I did A Few Good Men and Misery. All three that I've watched from him on the channel have been really, really solid and totally different, although this one and Misery are both adaptations of works by Stephen King. Really, really enjoyed this movie. I loved just seeing it. It was so authentic, the interactions between the young boys, just how they pick on each other, but they really care about each other. Yeah, I just really, really enjoyed that. So thank you to everybody who recommended it to me so that I, you know, even knew about it in the first place to put it on a poll, because I had never even really heard of this movie. But people were like, you need to watch this, so glad I put it on a poll. Thank you to everyone for voting for it. And if you want to see my full-length reaction to this movie, head on over to my Patreon, patreon.com/MadisonKTeams. And if you want to vote on future polls for what I watch next, you can head on over there and sign up for just the $1 tier, and you can vote on all my future polls. Also consider becoming a member of my YouTube channel and support me that way, and you get other unique benefits here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you next week for another Film Friday. Bye, guys.